Hello, and welcome back to Let's Play Hollow Knight Silksong. In the last episode we got stuck in Bilewater, we got stuck in the mist, and as those are the only areas I think I have open, I was feeling completely stuck. So it's a few hours since then. I've been swimming, which is a very good way to let idle thoughts percolate through the brain. Also done a little bit of playing in between recording sessions. So one thing I just wanted to get crossed off the list. I've finished this quest. Right, just says return to Huntress now, so I can't show the text that was there before. But it did say, use tools to prepare the meats. So I had the idea, since it didn't seem to drop from specific enemies, that getting each of them might simply be a matter of making kills with specific tools, and that was correct. It wasn't hard to find which tools either. Skewered suggests these two, the straight pin or the long pin, and of the two, it was the long pin that worked. It has been cleanly speared through, but is otherwise intact. Shredded organ, diced into fine chunks, was done by the conch cutter. I don't know if that's the only tool that does it, but that worked for me. And seared organ, seared in a way that noticeably affects the flavour. This was very easy. It was obviously the fire tool. So what this does is I use it and then use my normal attack. So that's complete, and we have to go back to the Huntress in the putrefied ducts. I'm here for a couple of reasons. One was to check the wish wall. I've checked all three of these in the game, and there are no new quests right now. I also wondered if maybe Chakra was up here. She has been there occasionally, but is not now. But while I was checking the wish walls, I noticed something. Here in Bellheart, don't those look very much like the rings that Chakra leaves? And there's one a little bit further up as well. So I'm wondering if that means anything. And there you have it. I have mapping supplies still if you would care to trade. Do you perhaps have... Your master has been found, Chakra. Your task in these lands is finished. Will you now return to your tribe? I shall not return, hornet-wielding needle. I cannot. To leave my tribe's nest plains, that journey has only one direction. This has always been our way, our long leaving, for those few who survive till age seeks to claim their shell, and those fewer who choose to send them on. But these lands far loom. My nest plains I once saw so grand, now they become small. A place for birth and growing, but a place too narrow to live a bug's life full. A moment ago you said you had something. Can we trade? Okay, I'm just going to pause and ask in Mathulu's Discord if this is normal. Okay, I've posted a question about this. I can't just sit around waiting for an answer, so let's move on. I was of course hoping that she might sell me the map to the putrefied ducts. Since I've landed next to you, do you have... Right, you just remind me to speak with Frey to get these things, none of which I can right now. before going back to the putrefied ducts, there is another thing that I want to investigate that's something I thought about while I was in between episodes. So, recently, I went back to Pilgrim's Rest, to a door there, and couldn't work out how to get through it, even though it was clearly interactive in some way. One thing I would like to try that I didn't try then, because I didn't have it at the time, is this. It just occurred to me because I was thinking about this ability. I was thinking how would I describe that, and I was thinking it's kind of like Sharp Shadow from Hollow Knight. And that made me think, well, the difference is that the Shade Cloak open or let you through certain gates. So, what if this is a gate opening ability as well? I'd need enough silk to cast it, though. Should have attacked those flying creatures on the way up. Of course, I did not have this ability yet at the time I was looking at this door, because it was being stuck on this door that made me try the needle in on the other door, that it was convoluted. Anyway, this may be nothing, of course. Okay, it's nothing. But while I'm thinking along those lines, another thing I can try this skill on is the rubble just above this bench that has remained a mystery. Okay, it's not the answer to that either. So, with nothing else to do right now, time to wander through the putrefied ducts again. I do not remember my way around this place at all, so that'll be fun. Except that maybe I went down this way. What if I let this drag me further up? Oh, well that's a way to reach something I hadn't reached before. Oh, and here's the map. Okay. Wait, did I... Okay, I must have accidentally cancelled. Okay, that is how to get the Putrefied Ducts map. And it has revealed a way I haven't gone upwards from the middle room. It has also shown me how to get to the Huntress, bottom left. So, very grateful for that. Very clever hiding place. And, yeah, I know it must look so suspicious that I just stumbled on that, but I really did just have the idea when I was there that this was something I had not tried before. So, if Chakra never sells this map, then maybe... Maybe she just doesn't have any more mapping supplies ever, and that line saying she did was just the writers being a bit careless. Anyway, we completed your quest. You have them, spider! The smell is upon you, all those organs, rich prepared for feasting! You've done well, spider! Upon these fine meats my children will gorge and grow. And better the organs of others than they feed upon your own, yes? One should not be surprised for the spider to perceive the truth of my requests. A child of one like you, many times I've seen it similar. They will be born hungry with sharp tooth and claw. In their birth craze, your own meat would delight as much as another bug's. This feast is destruction in hope to save your shell. Is that shameful? A mother who would not sacrifice herself for her children to grow strong? Is it wrong to want to witness their first flight, their first hunt, to see them kill and grow? Your choice is your own, tall mother. You won't be judged by me. I've seen enough sacrifice. I've no love for the act. Longclaw. Okay, it's in the blue group. Yeah, increases the range of needle attacks. So, what Long Nail was in Hollow Knight. I wonder if it's better than Long Nail was, because Long Nail was not very good. Oh, those gooey bugs! All so reluctant to share their organs. So much coaxing and gnawing and prodding. They should be proud. Their small sacrifice would become much sustenance for my ferocious young. I'll try it. I do not notice any difference. Yeah, I definitely did equip it. So from the bench it reaches to just where that leg sticking out of the ground finishes. Oh, okay. There is definitely a difference. I don't feel it's enough of one to want to equip that. Of course, it may act differently with the different crests, but I'm not changing crest. Just to see what it does. Okay. Right, this is where there was a gap in the ceiling that I eventually found that allowed me to get back, but this is where the map says there's something more to see. And this, oh, here. I mean, there is something there, but how do I get to it? I can get onto this wall. I don't think that having the beast alive for pogoing would help. Okay, I'm too far left now. Now I'm still left of what it says is the gap, so it's above that platform. I have to get onto the platform itself. And I don't think that's done from the left. Okay, there's a series of platforms. Here it's just a solid ceiling. This one I may have to pogo off. Pogoing off them when they're in mid-jump is not easy. Would a cocoon pogo help? No, cocoon's much lower than the beast. I'm trying with this. Do I have to poke off one of these birds? I guess it's possible, but they're just so unpredictable. Well, you can see how much trouble I'm having with this. Yeah, I don't know what to do. This does not feel like... It doesn't feel like anything that ought to be required, but given that this is for really deep secret content, maybe it is required. The platform is certainly at a height where if I could pogo off the giant thing and a bird, I could get there. Bother. But maybe there's a more mundane solution involving going from that ledge that I was just looking at. So here. I mean, it's not quite high enough. Unless I'm missing the correct sequence of actions. it's close. It's close enough that I don't want to just say outright this isn't it, but didn't have enough silk. I think even with the poison I get 2. No. Okay, let's come back and not fall in the poison. If I thought quickly enough, that bird was pretty well placed for me to pogo off him after doing the floor line. But now he's just in the way. Oh well. I hope my struggles are at least amusing. Apparently this is what this game is going to be like if you try to search out all the post-game secret stuff. And knowing what the first Hollow Knight was like, I should not be surprised. Yeah, I can't jump again after the second floor line. That enemy is the worst. Just that one enemy just making this impossible to do. Right, and I do have to remember the sequence of rooms. Normally I manage better with that first one, but not that time. So this is going to end up as an entire episode of trying to get into something that is obviously something, but it's something that does not want to be investigated, and it's really resisting hard. Okay, so instead of using my double jump at that point, what if that bird just got out of the way, please? Good, shredded it. Not good, I'm at 1 health. So... yeah, I can't claw line and then claw line immediately again afterwards. There's a cooldown. That's why I was jumping, but maybe I claw line, then dash, then claw line? That loses too much height. I'm going to have to ask for help on this one, as to whether the enemy pogo is the intended strategy or there is a better one. So, this has been a shorter than usual episode, but this is the point we've reached. I feel bad about admitting that I'm asking other people for help, but I could keep butting my head against this. But this game is so long, it has taken enough of my time that if there's something like this that I know it is there, and I know I'm on the right lines already, and I just need to get a better handle on the execution, then I don't mind asking for help. What I would not ask for help with is things like the location of secrets that I have not found. That is off limits. I hope I've managed to make that distinction clear. Anyway, that's where I'm ending for now. Thank you for watching and see you next time.